Yeah, dysentery, pretty much. This is Oregon Trail! God damn it.
Please be advised, the following presentation is not intended for minors.
Alright, now let's do another run.
Now, and this is probably just a me thing. I feel like I would personally find it easier to like start new rounds on this, because I'm gonna lie with you, I am someone that is highly affected by atmosphere. I could not tank the first game. I would go into the pigman thing and I would just like, I hate it here. Yo, use the Hellion this time. She's awesome. I love the occultist.
The occultist is pretty good, yeah.
Just heal for 10 and don't get bled. Every time.
Hell yeah, crit 0 plus bleed, let's go.
The two extremes of Darkest Dungeon.
That's like one of my favorite, that's one of my favorite Darkest Dungeon memes. It's like, are you injured? Well, fuck you, you injured piece of shit. Crit 0 plus bleed. Alright, so you want the Hellion. So what can we do to build around the Hellion? Because I don't think I've actually used the Hellion at all.
So the Hellion is really good at hitting multiple dudes at once with her base stab.
Front rank,
I'm pretty sure she's like... Oh yeah, I forgot about the bleed. So I guess Hellion and...
If she can bleed, let's get the Flagellant. Because they changed how the Flagellant works. As you can see, he's more corpse-like in Darkest Dungeon 2, so he doesn't do bleed, he now does blight.
I also remember loving the Jester. Ooh, I never learned how to use a Jester properly, not gonna lie. Although
I mainly use it for stress healing.
He does add some bleeds, and you might as well have a support, right?
Yeah, you know what? Like, let's try and go like full bleed team. And off we go!
Let's go gambling!
Bleed team, move out! Well, I can't wait to fight enemies that can't bleed.
We haven't seen any skeletons yet.
You know, it is actually possible to bleed those skeletons. It's very hard to do so, but with the right build, you can do it.
You just have to get right into the bone marrow. That's where the blood is made.
What are these? Oh, God. Token glossary. What is it? There's immobilize. What were the other things this thing does? Immobilize and taunt. Okay. No, get out of it. God, playing this game on bloody console. Darkest Dungeon was never really good at being, like, a console game, I gotta say.
It's okay, dude. Switch 2 will definitely save everything.
Yeah, so much mouse over, yeah. Like, the original Darkest Dungeon was significantly worse when it comes to that. But, like, Darkest Dungeon 2 still has some of that problem.
Man, the Hellion did not have a good time.
Nah. I brought her in specifically for bleed team, but she has, like, one bleed skill, that's it.
I mean, she's just a solid unit, I thought.
Yeah.
Like, she's a good frontline fighter. Switch 2 should really be announced at the end of this year, right? I would say beginning of next year.
They did say sometime this financial year, so it's, you know, anytime in the next, like, 6 months or so. What are the
I
drums
feel
doing?
like it's going to be with the next Pokemon game.
Oh, yeah, most likely.
Like, Nintendo actually just grabbed Game Freak by the throat. It's like, no, you hold off on that.
Oh, we start off at the sprawl this time? Oh, great. Alright, 2 unknowns. Left or right, Bruno?
And a flame.
Right is always right, baby!
Right it is. Starting off strong.
Right is never wrong, remember that.
Hey, Shrine of Reflection. Okay, whose story do you want to continue?
You know what? Show me the Hellion. I want to see what she looks like without all the makeup.
Is there a scenario, or... Nope, okay.
We have not been getting lucky with these scenarios today.
Oh, we do get bleed out, though.
There was text. Like, I was listening to it, but apparently there's actually some gameplay sections.
Yeah, like, sometimes there's actually, like, a fight scenario. We haven't gotten any today.
I'm just confused as to what mechanics are even introduced in the real-time caravan segments. As far as I can tell, if you get unlucky, you can go through that dark fire that makes the boss stronger.
That makes enemies plus the boss stronger. There's also like as you can see in the top left-hand corner, there's like wheel icons and like a shield icon. If you lose all of those icons, either the wheels or the shield, you'll have to stop and repair the stagecoach while you get ambushed by enemies. So sometimes, like, you'll get attacked by things that'll just rip your shields or, like, go through rough terrain. Speaking of rough terrain, left or right?
Right is never wrong, baby. Right is never wrong. I just realized Darkest Dungeon 2 has become yet another Oregon Trail-like game.
Yes!
Is it?
Yes, actually.
Have you two noticed there's a surprising amount of Oregon Trail-like games? Well, the thing with me is I haven't really played...
Yeah, you wouldn't have played Oregon Trail because that's more of an American thing.
I mean, I have heard a lot about it. Like, and it's something that I remember actually looking into trying to play, but I don't really know much about it. FTL was an Oregon Trail game. God damn it. I'm so bad at FTL, dude. I'm so bad at it. Like, I'm horrible at that game. Never beat it. I had so much fun playing it, but I'm so bad at it.
Alright, so Bleed Team is being bled.
Ironic.
Yes.
Ah, so you wish to bleed society and yet to partake in bleeding. How curious. I'm very smart, you see.
Oh, right, I wasn't paying attention to this. That would be why. They have resistance to damage over time. That explains why.
Like all damage over time?
All damage over time.
Once again, the game just like looks at you like, hey buddy.
Fuck you, doggo.
Honestly, I wonder if the modern roguelike map design was influenced by FTL and hence Oregon Trail. Slay the Spire is an Oregon Trail-like game. I mean, is that how Oregon Trail was played originally? Kind of like, you know,
I don't think so, no, because, like, was it? I don't know. It's like, I've never played the game myself.
It's like, I just actually have no mental image to help me out here.
Like, I've seen the game played, but, like, I haven't played it myself. Alright, so we got some weed! 420 up in this bitch. Yeah, see, like that. We just got hit by dudes, like, off the road, and that took off some of the stagecoach's armor.
Is there anything positive that the coach segments can give you other than, you know, the random drop chance?
Nah. So it really does feel like just a token thing to add. I don't know why they have it.
I mean, I can see how they could make it a little more interesting if it had a little more balance, but man, it's like this game just decides to make things really punishing.
Yeah.
For no reason.
That's Darkest Dungeon for you.
Oh, I mean, yes. Yes, but actually no, because, you know, it was different in the first game. You know what I mean. Maybe it was an immersion first idea. Yeah, it definitely feels like that. And I don't hate that sort of design. It's just, I feel like you do need to polish it up a little bit. Like, once again, I don't hate it or anything. I just feel like it's a little bit unbalanced on the side of suffering.
Let's go with a food.
An unexpected find.
Oh. Slime mold. Cool. Yeah, it heals you for 10%, but there's, like, a chance that you'll, like, lose your max health and gain a disease.
I literally saw Brad in the barrel behind it.
Yeah, I know.
He just got scammed.
See, the thing is, like, that is what you can pick up when, like, breaking through things on the road. So we just paid for things that we could get for free. Yeah, dysentery, pretty much. This is Oregon Trail! God damn it. 33% disease resistance. Blocked by squeamish. Okay.
Oh, hey, that means that right now you actually can eat that slime mode.
Oh, true.
All according to the plan.
Yeah, just light this candle. It'll make you less sick when eating this slime.
So, the final boss, is it always going to be the same one?
It is always going... Oh, I thought you meant, like, the mountain. Sorry, what was that?
Is the final boss of the section, is it always going to be the burning guy? The flaming boss?
I don't know, because I don't think, like, that was actually the first time I fought him. Like, actually seeing bosses, is hard, because, like, they show up in, like, the middle of the road. Yeah, they show up in the middle of the road. They don't show up, like, right at the end of each area. Yeah.
So if you're lucky, you can just, like, make it through and never see anyone too crazy.
Yeah. That happens the majority of the time with my runs. It's very rare for me to find a boss. Oh, double death blow. Hell yeah. Oh, I love the occultist. Like, it feels like they buffed up the occultist damage in this. He feels way more reliable as a damage dealer.
That's honestly a really weird design. Yeah. Like, I feel like I would understand if those are, like, meant to just be mini bosses, but if there is no bigger enemy at the end, it's like, it's a little bit weird, isn't it?
Like, a good part of, like, the original Darkest Dungeons, like, actual gameplay was to fight the bosses in each dungeon. So it does feel weird that, like, it's optional.
I guess that's here very heavily towards how people play the first one. Yeah, that's basically what Jake was saying, that they wanted something very different from the first one. I think they overcorrected a little bit, although this is looking, like, really fun.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Well, the game is still fun, but I very much prefer the first.
The animation for Nocturne Commune,
yeah,
like, let's go, that shit was kind of sick.
These enemies get, like, really cool animations. Alright, Death Door, good. Die. Thank you.
On to the next.
They refuse to learn. Stop attacking Dismas.
It's literally that thing everyone's just saying, bro, just stop mashing. And they're like, I did not pay $60 to block. Unpredictably also takes agency away from the player, though, makes decisions matter less. I think any roguelike can get boring after master progression loops and get good enough to be consistent. Yeah, I feel like at that point it's like, that can be said for any game, although some people just really like to master the whole process. I think it's just something that people should accept, right? Like, a game has a certain experience that you should give the player, right? Eventually, they're just going to get really good at it.
Yeah, just accept that players will break your game.
It's like, it's okay for a game to be like, you know what? You can play this for, like, I don't know, so and so many hours, and then after this, you're probably going to get bored. It's fine, you know? Because so long as it's an enjoyable, like, so and so hours. Hey, dude, I think you're bleeding out.
Yeah, I noticed. It also doesn't help that a healer causes more bleed.
I think it's okay for a game to be unbalanced if it's PvE. True!
Yes.
True! Talk your shit, man. Then the fun comes from figuring out rather than just looking up optimal threats on the internet and then calling it boring. Yeah, it's like, look, it's fine for some things to be, like, stronger or easier than others. Like, especially when, as I said, it's a PvE game.
Like, nothing annoys me more than when a PvE game does, like, balances and, like, nerfs shit to be in balance to everything else. It's like, what's the point? There's no PvP. Why? Why would you do that? Gearbox? Why would you ruin Borderlands 3, you fuck?
I mean, it doesn't annoy me. For example, like, I love Hades, right? Like, it's a PvE game, but the devs will constantly patch the game and do some tweaks and such. In that case, because they just figured, okay, no wait, it will be more fun like this, right? And I agree, a lot of times they do make things like just flow better. They, you know, I don't know. I'm not angry about it. I just think that it's fine if things are a little bit unbalanced in PvE. I hate when people broadcast the most optimal way to play a game, even Mario Kart. Oh, yeah, about that. About that, we have Mr. Kart guy over here. He's a sweat.
Granted, I hate playing optimally in Mario Kart.
Anymore, and bots are the only way for me to have fun. People bleed my joy. Man, that reminds me of Smash Bros. Where, like, it's really fun to, like, lab a couple of things and, like, figure out combos, and then you go online, and it's like, ho.
No fun for you.
Jake, we have been here for 2 hours, buddy.
We have? Oh, goddamn. See, this is like moving around in the carriage just eats up so much time, doesn't it?
It does. It's like
it's crazy.
You can't gain much from it, although
we got one run and we started a second.
I feel like they could have done the writing section better. It's like make something positive happen in it as well. Like make it part of the preparation. You know, it's like, oh, the longer you go without stopping, like the more time your characters have to like heal or prepare something. I feel like that would be like a really good balance, especially because sometimes you would need to choose between doing that or like stopping to go to the shop or whatever. Like, but I appreciate the game. I feel like it's a little clunky.
It just runs take too long, and they get really tiring. It's why I prefer like Darkest Dungeon 1, because runs are really short. Like even the so-called long ones are still like half an hour at most. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. So yeah, this has been Darkest Dungeon 2. If you want to check out like my thoughts that actually written down, go to switchaboo.com. The Darkest Dungeon 2 review should be like the most recent one, so it should be like right on the front page. So
One second, I will now activate my shilling powers, and by all the powers of naughtiness, I am now posting Jake's review on the chat. If you guys could just go and take a look.
There we go. So yeah, that's Darkest Dungeon 2. I said this like multiple times. I very much prefer Darkest Dungeon 1, which hey, all this really made me want to do is play Darkest Dungeon 1. You want to play Darkest Dungeon 1 next week?
You know what? I'm fine with that. I will probably not be as absolutely scared of the game if I have you to actually take the brunt of it.
Brilliant. Nice. So yeah, next week we're going to go to we're going to be playing Darkest Dungeon 1 just because I just want to play the better game.
Mind you, this is not a bad. This one
it's
isn't
not
bad.
We keep saying this. Darkest Dungeon 2 is not bad. It's just very different. It's quite the departure from Darkest Dungeon 1, which we enjoy.